Hello, you join me for part 3 of this playthrough. So obviously we ended off in the Riverside Institute, where we still are. Why are you not crouching? Have I forgot about this already? Oh no wait, it's control. So now we are trying to not be seen. Ah, I forgot all these fucking things now.
Exactly what I need.
Isn't it just?
Get me out! Don't let me sleep in here.
How far away are you? You're just coming up. So let's hidey. I think you go up past, don't you? Maybe? Thick are you? Oh, for fuck's sake. The fact I can get past you is just funny.
I've got what you want.
Show me!
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! What now? That nonsense again. Shut up. Dr. Fuller warned us it was just a shadow. It won't be that again. Little birds won't bring you any sleeping pills this time.
This one's just a wee bit difficult because I hate hiding missions.
What carnage. It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. It's done. Now for the others.
So I've found one. Seriously, there's nothing to see on any of this stuff. must be something. No danger that this is all just... Oh damn, I will be incorrect. Right, let's come down here. Not really anything along that way. Sneaky, sneaky. Thank fuck this doesn't have a noise capturing thing, because I'd be screwed. Here we go, let's come up. Righty. Oh, this is stressful. Aha, the grape we were on about. What do we have? I'm pretty sure we have. So, we've got a lot of stuff to go through here. I have got 0 CP, didn't think so. My sanity is still stable, at the very least. I've had the mental trauma of the ritual and the macabre discovery, and I'm still stable. That's quite impressive. I'd imagine this probably means I'm getting further in here. You'll just go mental, probably. Inhabitants, so we've got Charles Hawkins, he's changed, and Mary Colden. Clues in chapter 5. Got this padded cell, medical record, and a red stained badge. Inventory. I do have it. Cool. Memory staff, key to the various room, key to the guard room. Knowledge. I've got a ritual dagger, annotated Bible. Old Bible, numerous passages have been overwritten or annotated. Strange way to study the Holy Scriptures. Good enough. History of medicine, breviary of medicine, incision and bleeding. Right, so all that done was tell me.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Theoretically, I don't know where the fuck that is.
The door is blocked on the other side.
Oh, bugger off. Oh, what a lot of good this is. This isn't going to get better unless you get on with it.
This lever must turn on the gas machine. The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Now, I reckon there's going to be some things that I have missed, but I ain't good at these kind of missions, so we're just going to have to. So that's going mental. That's not. Fuck off. Press the wrong letter. That's going mental, that's going mental. That one's not. That one's not. And you. All of them should be at high pressure. And kaboom.
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
Hell's teeth. Fuller's gonna think we did this. We gotta tell him, though.
Oh. Right. But at the same time,
This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity.
so there should be one left, and it's the blue one. Oh, it's done. No, I've done the blue. What one am I missing? Done green. Apparently that's blue. Think I've done yellow? Oh, no, I haven't.
I'll go take a look. Hey!
Well, tits. Oh, really?
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
That was utter bullshit. Take our time, take our time. Yep, 3 of them are fucking done. Just need to get the last one. Just wait until that arsehole's passed. There we go. At what point do you sit there and go, oh, this very, very clearly buggered up thing is perfectly fine. Also, it's not this one apparently. It's through there. What the hell am I missing? Because I've turned on that one. Is it the green one I'm missing? Red and yellow's done. Blue's apparently done. They're all... My God, what am I missing? You would have thought it should be the blue. Which, if I am correct, then... That's that one. Why will it not let me... I want it to let me do it. Have I put the gas on so it won't let me do this now? There's every chance of that. Who are you?
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. Mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
Doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. Real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
Wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. That we should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me. No!
Sanders! What the hell? I gotta. Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Quite simple, really. Bullshit. Bullshit killed him. No, he was just unfortunate enough to get caught up in someone else's shit.
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Oh, fuck, well, we're back here now. Right, let's go back into the mansion.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Oh, we're going to pretend that none of that shit happened.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Oh.
I met a Francis Sanders. You know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
Ooh, Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what. But something was there. With us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let's see what we got. So here's I got 3 CP, nice. And I can get that mastered. So now I've got head spot mastery. I can find anything anywhere. Yeah. My sanity is shaken after what I've seen there. But you still manage as best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away any doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind may lead you along the paths of insanity. So as I'm sure you can see, yeah, this is gonna fill up. Inhabitants, so now we have poor Mr. Sanders that's dead, and he's just an arse. There's always a nutcase doctor. Cellars of the Riverside Institute, tunnels, yeah. Right.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
So, nothing interesting. Oh, are we going to have another friendly one? Yes, because we'll see how this affects things. So, every opportunity I've got, I'll have a wee drinky poo to kind of try and settle my nerves.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other. Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me. You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later. Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Fair dues.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Hey, there was other shit I could have talked to her. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Did she really care for him after all?
Why should demand the body of the deceased husband? I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you. Nice. That's awfully brutal. Ooh. More points. Let's get a bit more eloquence. Or the art of the bullshit. Nope. And validate. There we go, that's better. Didn't get many clues in that one. Didn't get many clues in that one either. Plenty in that one.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Ooh, reconstruction. No.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? A house of artists. A house of artists.
Anything hiding behind here? Nope. Ledger.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Always more to it.
Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? The Shambler. I need to see it.
Let's see, it's my character sheet. What's my medicine at? 36%. So very close to being a novice. More stuff I could have possibly found, but that opportunity has now passed me by. Gramophone.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Another bit of occultism. At 25% now. A whale in the cod.
I could use one of those. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing. An old diary.
Sometime on Reverend Wickmood's community, his wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of the vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Volume 3. That's handy. What do we have here? Key to the Sanders Gallery. So, this, as I've said before, is probably going to be a version of the Necronomicon. So because I'm an arsehole, I want to read it. Malleus Bestiarum. Obviously it does bring my occultism up a bit, but it is starting to infringe upon my sanity. And as I said, alright, let's see.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Nah. Nice to look at. Dissertation on anatomical question. Student book from although the observations relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the question asked allows us to imagine how new ways of exploring human anatomy. And I will be just one away? Yeah, one book away from being a novice, I think. So I'm going to go and have a look through the other rooms. Of course not. Ooh, it says.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Ooh, found stuff. Where do I have to go to use there we go.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him. Behind my eyelids. Each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
I mean, in all fairness, she was reluctant to give it to him. It was him that moaned and whinged and bitched till he got what he wanted. Then he died for it. Really? Let me enter all the rooms, damn it. I'm a nosy motherfucking detective. I wonder if that means I can find other ones elsewhere, bring them back. Yeah, I saw that, right? There was red on there. The hell? Something I'm missing on pictures. Skulls. To that painting for whatever reason. Abstractism. Is that the Great Catch? Can't read it. No, that's fine again. That's fine, that's fine. More abstract. Bleeding eyes. That doesn't look good. Right, wasting enough time. Let's go on to this gallery and see what all the fuss is about.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Dirty titties, I wanna look. Never good when it saves, is it? You've got some fuck shit.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
How the hell do you know that?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. The man transforms an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. The public entrance to the gallery.
What would it have been if he had opened it? Oh, oil. Don't just at it. Who the fuck are you?
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Quite a lot of what looks like texts. I just made the same noise. That's fucked. Smaller versions. Oh, oil. Right, there ain't nothing else for it. Let's look at this thing that's probably gonna be horrible. Of course, why wouldn't it?
What the hell was that?
There we go. Running like a little bitch, running like a little bitch. So let's get these 2 skills points. We'll try and get a bit of eloquence up.
I can't even touch it. Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Don't know how. Or is it going to be...
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Oh, is that what it is? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ah! Oh, good God, that's the wrong way. This one? Nope, of course not.
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
Yep. No, that way. Shit. Terrifying, 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 terrifying. Bugger all of it. Oh, it's right crooked there. Gimme. Oh my God, it was right there. Please be the one, please be the one. Oh, of course not. And there we have it. Damn. This is going to be harder than I thought. Right. So now I just need to find... Just need to find the right dagger. Oh, yeah, fucker! Oh my God! Hit the fucking.
Use this dagger.
Oh. Fucking stabby! Fucking what is it?
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Already done that one.
This dagger looks different.
Really? Running, 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 stabby.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Quite a bit. Can't use that one.
I was attacked by a creature. It pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Definitely no more than you're lettering on. So the Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back to the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the nameless bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Right off the bat, things are not looking good.
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations
If you're wondering
of
about the clattering,
psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
If you're wondering about the clattering all over the place, my daughter has this soft pitter-patter footprints of elephants. Doesn't know what a soft step is. So that should be us up to novice on... Oh no, I'm a professional. What? Master... Let's get another 20 there. Treasure. Oh no, I done that and died. Nah. Right, if there's any place I'm going to find stuff, it's in here.
An old diary.
Strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. So I've got 3 and 4. Managed to miss 1 and 2. Damn. What do we have here? History of Darkwater. Right, cool. Shouldn't be any reason why I can't use a torch in here. What's this? Darkwater History Volume 2. Sweet. My kind of bookstore. Full of books all over the place.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
You're a very knowledgeable guy. Occultism, that's us up to 35. We're almost a master of that. It's a master? Professional, sorry. We're almost a professional of occultism. Breviary of medicine, hey. So 42%. More medicine. It would help. Of course I'm going to read the book.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Ah, this is Bestarium 1. So it would make no sense to read 2 but not 1. And occultism, we're now on to professional. So we're a professional for the pair of them. Make sure there's nothing I'm missing.
What happened here?
Let's have a look.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. To whom does this footprint belong?
We can't get in there.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then? What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Right, I want to see what the hidden was. Wasn't there a green question mark? Sure there was a green question mark.
What the? Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's here that there's a special, and it'll be in there. No, I'm gonna have to get the code. Bit 1.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Somebody's find his memoirs, there will be no doubt I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they may be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. Following messages of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organised chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. So there'll be an order. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor suffer for your actions. Okay. Ooh, what are you?
A strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
The shape of a large dog. Almost like a nod towards Fenrir or something. Alright. That's fine. Let's have a look. See? Nothing.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Seems like it.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its centre. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanour, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins's trips to Cairo. That makes no sense. It remains to be seen whether he knows the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Oh my god, if my daughter had any light footsteps, then she wouldn't know what to do with them. Right, cylinders in the Greek world.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Essays in American folklore and urban legends. This volume is part of the Arkham anthology. Okay.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Nostradamus.
Another volume by Arkham Edition. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
There's a Thoth. Nightmare Lyrics. This collection was essentially received when first published in 1908. Darby was only 18 years old. Arkham anthology. Luxurious Christians.
Arkham Editions.
Isis Unveiled.
Never heard of him.
Esoteric Philosophy and Key Texts on Madame Blavatsky's Dramatic Movement, written by Helena Petrova Blavatsky. This volume is part of the Arkham anthology.
How many volumes are there?
Corpus Americanum on Different Beliefs was written by a legendary philosopher and includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text on 16th century alchemists. A part of that, aye. Mythology. Quite a fair amount of Greek mythology. So there we go.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Where would we do that? Does he have a phonograph? I mean, if a guy like this should have anything, it should hopefully be a phonograph. There we go. Alright, let's go by 1. E's listen, sorry.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
That made no sense. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm going to have to be so much smarter than... Oh, Jesus.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Right, so the last one's 9. Pretty certain of that. Oh, cool. What have we got? Sanity. It's on its way out. Goes inventory, right. Right, so 9.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Right. It's Azathoth. 9.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
It's only 18 years old.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
I'm pretty sure I've already got Azathoth.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Opera in 8 acts by said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in the audience writing a list several dead and missing. This volume is part of not that one.
What did Drake say about this collection?
Nostradamus. This volume was no.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Distant past Europe and other countries controlled by the mothers of the people and no.
So these are the volumes
Nope.
that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
Just give me a bit. You're probably sitting there shouting at me that you have the answer and I'm not getting it. So we know that the last one's 9, or the first one's 9.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
King Solomon contains various rituals, invocations and rituals of curse. So there was one of gold.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Really need you to stop talking. So anything, any of the other ones in here? Oh, I know it's going to be so obvious and it's going to annoy the hell out of me when I figure it out.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. The rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif. Well, I mean, they do. They're part of his thing. I don't know how that works though.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Right, so probably going to take me a little while to figure this out, so I'll probably not make you suffer through all of this. So I'm going to go through these again.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So I've already found the chalice.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Hold on, it's a chessboard.
The Queen has little protection.
Alright, so 4. So 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves.
The Queen has little protection.
It's got... So what could you do? Chess, chalice. Is that how many moves it'll take for it to be safe? So for you to get out of there safe, I mean, you do have one avenue of escape where you will not get caught out. There's 2 avenues of escape you have.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Right, so...
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So, I'm going to count 3. How many of these are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Right, 1 at the crack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 rubies. So 5, 3, 9. Five, 3, 9. Now, if I'm correct, this is probably going to be the Necronomicon. Oh, we are meddling with things we don't understand. Oh fuck, I'm back here again. Oh, I'm projected into another body. Alright. Right, let's see what we've got.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
Almost like the
Severe
start of pseudopods.
malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Oh, thanks.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations, and this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Cowan, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuation. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Would it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? You be more precise. Cephalopod, perhaps.
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
A threat without it being a threatening.
What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
This bookstore, Sanders residence, and for the occult I've got Doggy and I've got the Dagger of the Ancients. In my inventory I've got the knowledge of Dog Amulet and more sleeping pills. All of these as well. There we go. Can't go in there. Clues. Chapter 6, got 3, chapter 7, just a tiny wee bit, nothing much. Chapter 8, where we are now. Right, let's go.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
The ironic thing being is, despite the fact is he comes across as an evil doctor, the bad guy, all this kind of stuff, you'll probably end up finding out he is actually exactly what he says. He is trying to help. It's the funny thing about these kinds of stories.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so...
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's not easy, sweetheart. Some people are just mean for no good reason. As I tried to tell my daughter, kindness costs nothing.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Listen to the way you talk. You not
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
A delightful human being. Umulo delinquente. This pseudoscience workbook has said Lombroso correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of this study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
See if we can't get any more information. Reference book of medical sciences. This is all well and good when it's not Pierce that's getting all this information. But hopefully, because he's been thrown into this mind, it'll all slam back into him when it comes time. Men's bathroom admin. Sonograph. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot in here, so let's go wand, ring. Thomas Fuller, MD, head physician.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Gotcha. Right. Surgical ward.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Well, why has there been an operation? Oh, this is just another door. Okay.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
Okay.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself, but...
Okay. Depressing as ever, living hell. Ooh, what are you doing here?
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm... waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Oh, cutie.
Is everything all right, Ethan?
Yeah, I know I should go.
I will work until late.
Oh. All right.
Oh.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Dr. Colden. You want something?
Obviously you're not going to do anything. So anything interesting?
The key to the boiler room is missing. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Key to the boiler room with gown. Let's go find bitch tits.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
No.
Please. The fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Here this we have. And this is where I started.
Watch out for the water, Doctor. Don't go falling over. That would be stupid.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Well, that makes you so special.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I'm sorry. Dr. Fuller is a very busy man.
Well, is there anyone else who can tell us what's going on?
She's our only family, you know? But we can't even see her medical file.
Don't worry. I'm aware our institution is not always welcoming. But your mother is in good hands. I'll tend to her myself. And keep you informed at once. Would that suit you?
Well, that sure sounds great to us, Doctor. Thank you.
But those are just words, so we're not budging.
Very well. At least I'll know where to find you.
Yeah.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. hay fever. What's he doing here?
Almost dying, but it looks it. Oh no, right.
Dr. Colden?
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
A lot to help you are.
Mrs. Sanders? Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
As well as the treatments administered to her, Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to the psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet rest that she needs, and also to probably try other things, see if there's any links.
Ah, so there's Harding. She's still sleeping. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
If he'd done anything at all.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
One in there.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I'm going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You've given him adequate care. There's nothing else we can do.
You sure?
Positive. Just make sure he doesn't lose any more weight.
Well, you're the doctor, after all.
I'm not making this shit up as I go at all. Let's talk to these two plebs.
So, Doctor, have you been able to examine our mother?
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Right. Let's go back up here.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't... Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thought I could tell you where the key was.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. The door to the boiler room is locked.
Yes, yes.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
No bother, rat. I'm gonna get someone in trouble. And I hate myself for it.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
By throwing your poor little nurse under the bus. What a horrible bitch.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
I don't know what tool you're wanting, like.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. It's so unfair.
Yes, darling. That's so is much of life.
Dr. Colden?
You're not used to it. What tool would I even use? Aha.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Oh, poor Elizabeth. Why am I such an arsehole?
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something.
Oh, that was easy.
Files. I was right.
That was pure and utter dumbass guesswork.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls mythos.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
Goes without saying that these peculiar illusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
First, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
Why is Ethan on medication? The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set them all in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
No one will ever know. And let's go downstairs. I've just taken a long road for no reason. That's a weird noise to have high heels on steel steps. Oh. That doesn't look good.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Damn. Oopsie.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
No, right, it was a Necronomicon.
She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
I know.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
Thank you, Drake.
Where the hell did I get this car from? Fall into Fuller's trap, really? Buggery. Right.
I pray that Colden is really here. And alive.
Well, anyway, with that, I think we'll leave that until next time. If you've made it all the way here, I do thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Toodaloo.